Hello, everyone. Today, we will explore one of the most significant natural disasters that has just occurred in China, a flood of unprecedented destruction. We will dive into what happened, the heartbreaking consequences, and the challenging recovery journey that the people in the affected areas are facing. Let's get into the details. In recent days of August, Zhedanov County in Shanxi Province was struck by an unprecedented storm. Within just a few hours, the rainfall reached a record-breaking 179.1 millimeter. This figure far surpasses all historical records in this area, leading to severe and unprecedented flooding. The water from the heavy rain quickly turned roads and residential areas into rivers, sweeping everything in its path. Many residents were completely caught off guard by the severity of the storm. Videos captured during the night revealed terrifying scenes. Torrents of water sweeping away numerous vehicles as if they were mere toys. Some vehicles even had people trapped inside, heightening the danger and panic in this emergency. These videos have become vivid evidence of the devastating power of the flood. As dawn broke, the extent of the destruction became even clearer from above. Drone footage showed dozens of vehicles scattered everywhere, overturned, piled on top of one another, and some even buried in thick layers of mud. This scene not only demonstrates the destructive power of the flood, but also serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of infrastructure when faced with unforeseen natural disasters. But the material damage is only part of the story. The devastation caused by nature is not only evident in the collapsed homes and washed away roads, but also leaves deep emotional scars on the people affected. Many shared that they had never experienced such a violent storm before. Some described it as if the sky itself had been torn apart, with floodwaters rising to 2 meters in some areas, creating insurmountable barriers. Yet, amidst the disaster, there is still hope. As the floodwaters continued to wreak havoc, rescue efforts were swiftly launched. Rescue workers, volunteers, and residents joined forces to save those trapped by the flood, assess the damage, and restore some semblance of order amidst the chaos. Authorities worked tirelessly around the clock to minimize the damage and ensure the safety of thousands of residents. However, as the floodwaters receded, what remained were the remnants of devastation and pain. Homes, businesses, and possessions were destroyed, but even more heartbreaking were the deep emotional scars left on the people. They have lost so much, and the road to recovery ahead is undoubtedly long and challenging. But amidst all the suffering, there remains a glimmer of hope. The community in Zhidao has come together to overcome adversity, supporting each other, sharing what little remains, and working to rebuild their lives. Across China, the flood crisis continues, affecting millions and disrupting countless lives. But one thing is certain. In the face of disaster, the unity and resilience of the people are their greatest strength. And as we look back, even though the floods may recede and the skies may clear, the valuable lessons learned from this crisis will echo for generations to come. This is a powerful reminder that in the toughest times, our collective strength and determination will never be defeated. In a recent event in China, an American clothing store faced complete devastation when a severe microburst tore through the area. Microburst, though brief, can be as destructive as a full-fledged hurricane. This particular storm struck without warning, unleashing winds with such force that they were able to uproot trees, rip tiles from rooftops, and scatter debris over a wide area. The aftermath was a scene of utter destruction, with the store reduced to rubble. Roof tiles, once securely fastened, were shattered and strewn across the streets, while trees that had stood for years lay broken and twisted on the ground. The force of the microburst was a stark reminder of how quickly and unexpectedly nature can unleash its fury. The storm season is a time of particular hardship for those who make their living at sea. For fishermen, the approaching storm season signals not just a potential threat, but a race against time. These seasoned workers understand the wrath of the ocean all too well. As a storm looms on the horizon, They must hurry to cast their nets and haul in their catch before the weather turns violent. Once the storm hits, the sea becomes a perilous place with waves so high and winds so strong that it's impossible to venture out safely. The fishermen know that their livelihoods depend on these critical days, and they often work long hours enduring harsh conditions to stockpile enough seafood to sustain them during the stormy days when the sea becomes too dangerous to fish. Their resilience and ability to adapt to the ocean's moods are a testament to their deep connection with the sea and their understanding of the natural world. Life in earthquake-prone areas like Huan is a constant balancing act between normalcy and preparedness. For the residents of these regions, earthquakes are a frequent, unpredictable part of life. It's hard for many of us to imagine living in a place where the ground could shake at any moment. But the people of Huan have adapted to this reality. They have learned to remain calm even as their homes sway and the ground trembles beneath them. Over time, they have developed strategies to protect themselves and their belongings, reinforcing structures and securing items that could become dangerous in a quake. Despite the ever-present risk and the occasional destruction caused by these tremors, the people of Huan maintain their composure and adaptability. Their ability to live with such a constant threat speaks volumes about their resilience and their ability to find stability amidst uncertainty. China's main rain belt is currently stretching from the southwest to the northeast, bringing significant rainfall and severe weather across various regions in Shandong province. Watching experienced an extraordinary rainfall event with 262.50 millimeters recorded, breaking local records within a few hours. Dasis Watching rapidly underwent this extreme downpour, setting a new daily rainfall record. This remarkable weather event highlights the intensity and speed with which these convective systems can develop and deliver large amounts of period. In addition to Shandong, regions within the subtropical high, such as Jiang and Fujian, have experienced convective activity. This has resulted in short-term heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, and strong winds. The combination of warm, moist air and favorable atmospheric conditions has led to these intense weather events. Northern China has also been affected with thunderstorms, strong winds, and brief heavy rainfall occurring from the evening into the nighttime hours. This highlights the widespread impact of the current weather patterns and the potential for significant weather disruptions across large areas. Satellite imagery and radar data indicate that convective activity remains robust from eastern Hening to Shandong, with these systems gradually advancing towards the AM in response to the Liaoning Provincial Meteorological Observatory has issued a blue rainstorm warning. Most regions in Lian experienced varying degrees of rainfall, with the average provincial rainfall reaching 13.3 millimeters. The maximum recorded rainfall was the Hang region is currently situated at the base of an upper trough and on the northern edge of a subtropical high, creating a typical convective setup characterized by dry, cold air, loft and warm stare near the surface. This configuration is conducive to mixed convective weather events, which can include brief heavy rainfall, thunderstorms with strong winds and hail. The northeast region, located ahead of the upper trough, is similarly prone to convective activity. These atmospheric dynamics suggests a continued risk of severe weather in the coming days. In the southwest, monsoon airflow influences are likely to result in brief heavy rainfall. Enhanced low-level jets during the nighttime hours may intensify nocturnal convection, potentially making nighttime weather events more severe. Weather conditions could continue to affect millions of people across these regions, disrupting daily life and posing challenges to infrastructure and public safety. Looking ahead, forecasts for August 6th indicate the potential for short-term heavy rainfall, and several regions, including the northeast, eastern, northwest, southern, southwest, and eastern southeast in these areas, hourly rainfall rates may exceed 20 millimeters, with some locations potentially seeing hourly rainfall rates exceed 50 millimeters, reaching up to 80 millimeters in. Thank you for joining us today as we explored this devastating natural disaster and the incredible resilience of those affected. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any important updates. Together, we can learn from these events and work towards building a future that is safer and more resilient in the face of nature's challenges.